Welcome to Reese Education Center, FISD's Discipline Alternative Education Placement. FISD's mission is to educate and develop all students by providing a foundation to empower them to reach their maximum potential and realize their opportunity of choice. Our vision: seek perfection, capture excellence. At Reese Education Center, we believe student success is related to a strong partnership and communication between the home and school. We believe parents play a key role in the education of their children and should be involved in developing a procedure which will achieve maximum effectiveness to create ties between home and school. The Reese Education Center Parent Involvement Policy is one that is subject to change and revision in order to remain effective in meeting the needs of all children. Reese Education Center is a Title I campus. When you complete your enrollment packet, you will see the Reese Education Center Parent Involvement Policy and the School Home Compact. Please carefully review each of these documents. All students participating in athletics and discipline school will be required to have a current physical. Physicals are required before your student will be allowed to begin the program. In the event of an unusual circumstances, it may be necessary for a district employee to use force, but not deadly force, to physically restrain a student in order to protect the student or any other person from physical injury, to obtain possession of a weapon or other dangerous object, to protect property from serious damage, to remove a student who was refusing to comply with a legitimate directive from a school employee from a specific location in order to restore order or to impose disciplinary measures, or to restrain an irrational student. DAEP point system for release. Points will be awarded based on-time arrival, before 8 a.m., on-time departures, remains in class through 3 p.m., and departs campus before 3:15 p.m., daily attendance, current daily academic progress in all courses, daily social skills activities, completes physical requirements. Bonus points can be earned by attending special functions, participate with parents in pre-approved parenting or family course, maintain averages above 80, maintain a high level of attendance. Attendance expectations. For any academic program to be successful, good attendance must be a high priority. It is highly important that you attend school each and every day. Due to points awarded being dependent on attendance, it is very important that you maintain a 95% attendance rate or higher. Several opportunities will be provided for students to add points to their attendance percentage. It is highly encouraged that you and your parent attend these sessions regardless of your point total. It is important to contact the office in the event of an absence. If you are aware of an absence prior to the occurrence, please notify the office personnel so that we can make every arrangement possible to excuse the absence. Please remember, however, a phone call is not an automatic excuse absence. Students will need to provide written documentation including, but not limited to, a note from the doctor, orthodontics, dentist, court papers, and etc. If documentation is not available, it is the parent responsibility to provide a written request to have an absence considered as excused. Failure to do so within 3 days will automatically render the absence as unexcused. In your registration packet, you will be provided a compulsory attendance warning letter. Please review this information as it explains to you the truancy law and the 90% rule. This information can also be referenced in the FISD Student Handbook and the FISD Student Code of Conduct. Failure to attend the DAEP is a violation of compulsory attendance laws, and students and parents may be prosecuted for failure to attend while assigned. Student Code of Conduct, P14. School begins at 8 a.m. and ends at 3 p.m. Arrival after 8 a.m. will result in a possible extension of the program. All frequency, behavior, progress, and attendance rate will be considered in making determinations for additional consequences. You are required to attend school every day. School is in session as prescribed by T25.085, compulsory attendance. Or behavior coaches will notify parents/guardians by telephone of each absence. An attendance warning letter will be issued upon missing the third unexcused absence. Court action will be initiated if the student accumulates more unexcused absences after the attendance warning letter has been issued. You are required to provide written documentation within 3 days of an absence including, but not limited to, a note from the doctor, dentist/orthodontics, court papers, etc. All students must present a doctor's note in order for the absence to be considered as excused. Regardless of cause for absence, you are required to call the attendance clerk at 885-4910 the day of the absence, or access the Reese Education Center website, select parents and then attendance. Follow the instructions and submit an online absence submission. Explain cause of the absence. Provide written documentation to the office the first day of your return to school. Students should attend all attendance make-up sessions in the event of an attendance rate lower than 90.5%. All exterior doors will be secured at 8:15 a.m. Therefore, tardy students must enter through the main entrance. Attendance and taken with each teacher rotation. If you arrive late for class, you must report to the office to sign in and acquire a tardy pass. Absent days are not included toward the count of the total placement days. Failure to attend school will result in an extended enrollment of a student placement. Transportation. Please review the Student Code of Conduct, page 14. Students placed in DAEP forfeit the right to transportation via Durham Transportation. All parents are expected to arrange for student transportation each day of the student DAEP placement. All loitering with other students is not allowable and that they must remain in the designated areas assigned by the behavior coach. All students are required to depart from the campus no later than 3:15 p.m. when failure to provide transportation by 3:15 will result in a possible extension or further student disciplinary action. Trespassing. Review the Student Code of Conduct, page 14. Students will not be allowed on other campuses or allowed to enter any other campus building for any reason without the express written consent from the Reese Education Center administration. Failure to comply will result in a citation and possible extension of the DAEP placement. State law prohibits a student placed in DAEP for reasons specified in state law from attending or participating in school-sponsored or school-related extracurricular activities. Therefore, by being placed in DAEP, students forfeit the right to attend any and all extracurricular activities, sporting events, choir event, band events, etc., on Frenship FISD properties, as well as events including participants, teams, clubs and groups from Frenship FISD. You will be required to sign a review and acknowledgement of the FISD Handbook and the FISD Student Code of Conduct. It is important to note that these are the governing policies for FISD student behavior, and failure to adhere to these policies can and will result in disciplinary action. Our desire is to provide a safe and secure environment, allowing your student to achieve a higher level of academics in order to have more opportunities in life. These documents outline the expectations for many elements for students to be successful. One such element is good citizenship. One specific example is the appropriate use of language. We will not tolerate inappropriate use of language during the school day on campus, the bus, or during extracurricular activities. This is not only school policy, but a violation of the law. Inappropriate language includes curse words. Conversations dealing with inappropriate content will not be tolerated. A list of inappropriate words and samples of inappropriate topics of conversation is available upon request. Please help your student to understand what is considered appropriate and inappropriate for the school environment. Students violating a language policy will receive redirection and discipline accordingly to district policy. Because it is a violation of law, students may also receive a citation with fines up to $250 and an appearance before a judge. Understand that as a student of FISD you are expected to demonstrate courtesy and respect for others, even when others do not. Behave in a responsible manner, always exercising self-discipline. Attend all classes, regularly and on time. Be prepared for each class. Take appropriate materials and assignments to class. Be well-groomed and dressed appropriately, as articulated in the FISD Student Handbook. Obey all campus and classroom rules. Respect the rights and privileges of other students and of teachers and other district staff and volunteers. Respect the property of others, including district property and facilities. Cooperate with or assist the school staff in maintaining safety, order, and discipline. Avoid violations of the Student Code of Conduct. Students will be scheduled into English, Math, Science, Social Studies, Physical Education, Social Skills course, and an elective course if taking a high school accredited course. Students will be scheduled into 4 core courses, 1 elective, possibly a foreign language or fine art if applicable, PE, Health, and Social Skills. Students are expected to complete all required work and maintain current progress as determined by the course calendar. Courses will model the scope and sequence of the home campus. In order to return to the home campus at the completion of the assigned placement, the student must maintain appropriate levels of academic progress. Failure to do so will result in a point awarded and an extended time for the placement to meet the point requirement. Students will be required to present a social skills multimedia journal to the behavior coach and campus administration prior to being dismissed. All courses are provided via computer-based instruction, Apex, and may be accessed at school as well as off campus. Understand that all course assessments, quizzes, tests, and exams must be taken at Reese Education Center and monitored by the responsible instructor or administrator. No assessments may be completed off campus. All accompanying assignments must be complete prior to attempts on assessments. Performances below 70% will require additional material before additional attempts on that assessment will be allowed. At no time may additional sources such as other students' work, websites, and etc. may be used during an assessment. Reese Education Center is a technology-based campus utilizing the latest technology available. School-owned technology is for academic use only. Violations will result in changes in program applications and the possible loss of technology privileges. At no time are students allowed to use school technology for entertainment purposes. School technology is for academic purposes and school use only. Apex Learning and Moodle are the only two approved such that students are allowed to use. It is considered a violation of use to utilize any other website. This includes sites such as Answers.com, Ask.com, Google searches, etc. Cutting and pasting Apex information into other formats is prohibited. Any use of school technology for entertainment is prohibited. This includes video and audio streaming. Websites such as Facebook, Pandora, GrooveShark, YouTube, etc. Students failing to comply with district and campus guidelines as outlined in the Student Code of Conduct and the SIT campus guidelines will be disciplined accordingly. Parents are essentially responsible for their students' dress and general appearance. The district's dress and grooming code is established to teach hygiene, instill discipline, prevent disruption, avoid safety hazards, and affirm authority. Students shall come to school looking clean, neat and ready to learn, wearing clothing and exhibiting grooming that will not be a health or safety hazard to the student or others. FISD prohibits any clothing or grooming that in the administration's judgment may cause disruption of, or interference with, normal school operations. We believe that a student's behavior is influenced by his or her attire and grooming. Therefore, consistent with applicable law, the following requirements for student dress and grooming are established. Students are expected to dress in black or gray wind pants, Reese issued polo shirt with a white or black undershirt. It is the responsibility of the student to return the issued shirt at the conclusion of the DAEP placement in like or similar condition as issued. In the event of excessive wear and tear, the replacement cost of the issued shirt is $20. Athletic shoes with white or black shoelaces only must be tied at all times. White crew socks only. During inclement weather, students may elect to wear an appropriate jacket/pullover/hoodie. The hood may not be worn indoors. Students' hair shall be clean and well-groomed. All hair colors shall be considered natural hair colors. Bright or neon colors and extreme hairstyles are prohibited. Female. Long hair must be pulled back and placed in a ponytail. Black ponytail band only. No hair accessories permitted. Bobby pins only. No barrettes, pins, scrunches or clips of any type will be allowed. No braided hair will be permitted. Male student hair may not extend below the collar of a shirt, may not extend below the bottom of the earlobe, must be kept above the eyebrows, and may not be worn in a ponytail. Male students must be clean-shaven at all times, with no mustaches or goatees. Sideburns may not extend below the earlobe nor be more than 1 inch in width. Fingernails must be trimmed as deemed appropriate by campus administration. No artificial nails. No nail color will be permitted. Earrings are not permitted by male or female students during a DAEP placement. Makeup is not permitted while a student is serving a DAEP placement. Cologne or other fragrance is not permitted while in DAEP, excluding deodorant. Address all adults and students respectfully, responding with yes or no sir or mom. Students are not allowed to communicate to other students without permission from the behavior coach or one of the adults in the room. This is a violation and will prevent the student from receiving their daily point. When spoken to like a normal conversation, make eye contact, listen without interruption, and speak clearly with appropriate respect. When addressed by an adult, for example, when being corrected, stand up, look them in the eye, and stand in a natural stance with hands relaxed to the side. Under no circumstance raise your hands during this type of conversation. This is considered a safety violation in this type of program and students will be restrained. The proper way to get attention if a question arises is to turn the "I need assistance" sign over and continue working. This is a good time to work on the daily journal as you wait. Restroom breaks. Students will have scheduled restroom breaks daily. Emergencies will be taken into consideration. Student history will be considered as a determining factor. Student posture. While sitting, students are expected to face forward with feet flat on the ground in front of them, shoulders pulled back, chest out and back straight. While standing, students are expected to stand with feet shoulder width apart, shoulders pulled back, chest out and back straight. While walking, students are expected to take natural steps, allow arms to naturally swing, maintain a steady head, maintain shoulders parallel to the ground. Understand that a student may be expelled for engaging in documented serious misbehavior that violates the district code, despite documented behavioral interventions while placed in the DAEP. For definitions of such behaviors, refer to the Student Code of Conduct, pages 36 to 37. In the interest of promoting student safety and attempting to ensure that schools are safe and drug-free, district officials may from time to time conduct searches. Searches may be conducted without a warrant and as permitted by law. Each day your student will be asked to empty the contents of their pockets. Handheld metal detectors will be utilized during the check-in process. Understand that cell phones are not permitted during a DAEP placement. Also understand that media and technology devices are not allowed at any time during a DAEP placement and will be confiscated if found. Telecommunication devices will be confiscated and a fee of $15 will be required of the owner. Confiscated units will not be returned to the student. Students' DAEP placements will be extended and credits will be held until all fines and fees are paid. Parents may recover the device at any time during normal business hours with a paid fine. A program fee of $2.50 will be assessed for each 15 days of placement. A fine of $15 will be assessed for devices, such as cell phones, confiscated while in the DAEP program. A fine of $20 will be assessed for excessive wear and tear or loss of issued uniform equipment. You have now completed the video portion of the intake. You will now complete the enrollment packet. Please complete the first 4 pages of the packet. Once you have completed these 4 pages, scroll through the document and complete any area marked in yellow. In the document, use the tab key or mouse to advance to the next field. The remaining portions of the packet information will automatically be processed. Once finished, notify the secretary to complete this process. You will then meet with the behavior coach and review any questions you may have.